This is CBC Nova Scotia News.
Good evening and welcome to this special half-hour edition of CBC Nova Scotia News. A Halifax synagogue is using food to fight discrimination. In the wake of increasing anti-Semitism, the Shar Shalom Synagogue has been hosting members of other marginalized communities to discuss similar issues they're facing and how they can build better connections. Josh Hoffman reports.
Look at that.
A conversation over a meal. It's a simple idea, but a Halifax synagogue is bringing together people from different racial, religious, and ethnic communities to talk about the similar issues they face and how they can support each other.
I've noticed that there's been a rising level of extremism in our society. And one of the ways to counter that is through empathy and building connections. So this program brings people together who may not normally come together.
The Shar Shalom Synagogue is one of two Jewish places of worship in Halifax that were vandalized with anti-Semitic graffiti in September. The Breaking Challah events have been happening for over a year now, but have to have been organized through word of mouth to avoid unwanted attention. Now, these events are taking place at a time when Canadian intelligence agencies say there's a higher risk of an extremist attack against Jewish people in this country, and when Jewish people around the world are facing violence, most recently in Australia, when 15 people were killed at a Hanukkah event.
It's too much, too frequently. We've seen Bondi Beach, we've seen Manchester, we've seen New York, we've seen Toronto, we've seen Montreal, we've seen all of these instances.
For members of other marginalized communities invited to the synagogue, they can empathize with their hosts.
Well, I think if we look at it historically, the Jewish community has had a long history of displacement, discrimination, and the like. And I would say the same for the Black community.
April Howe worked in government before becoming the CEO and founder of the diversity and inclusion consulting firm Crayon Strategies. She says when she was a guest at one of the meals earlier this year, she brought a message of unity.
While I don't speak for the Black community, I certainly know that many of us will align ourselves with others who are equity seeking, that seek to be seen and acknowledged in society. And so there's an opportunity for us to have a conversation together about how do we partner to help people understand and help be seen and be acknowledged in our society.
For Smith, creating opportunities for understanding is what these events are all about. And sometimes it's easier to do so with the full stomach. Josh Hoffman, CBC News, Halifax.
Most people have their power back after major outages from this weekend's storm. At its peak, more than 100,000 customers were offline. There were gusts exceeding 100 kilometers an hour in some areas. Nova Scotia Power says tree and power line damage was widespread. The number of customers without power continues to go down as restoration efforts continue. The province took a step today toward kickstarting its onshore natural gas industry. Dalhousie University will play a major role in getting it back online, and it's inviting oil companies to start making bids in the new year. Preston Mulligan reports.
The province announced two things today. It's spending $30 million that's not in this year's budget to have Dalhousie University, as it puts it, better understand the nature and location of natural gas. Here's how the university defines its role.
Will the basins that we have, will they be productive for oil and gas deposits? Will they produce product? And so that is a research question that a research university can answer.
The province has also given the university the task of inviting and evaluating project proposals for exploratory drilling. It'll be Dalhousie University that hosts feedback sessions in communities where such drilling is proposed, but it says drilling doesn't mean fracking.
Just because you drill an onshore petroleum well doesn't necessarily mean you have to use a hydraulic fracturing technology.
However it's extracted, the province says there's gas here, an estimated 7 trillion cubic feet. Areas already assessed are in the Cumberland Basin and further south in the Windsor-Kennecook Basin. The Ecology Action Centre says leave the gas where it is and focus on renewables.
We can get bigger, if not just as profitable, economic development and growth through green energy solutions and retrofits and green economy.
Now, the province's energy minister is the premier who did not attend today's announcement. Earlier this year, his government lifted the ban on hydraulic fracturing or fracking. In his statements today on social media, he again reiterated the fact that Nova Scotia has the second lowest GDP in North America. Onshore natural gas, he says, is part of the path to turning that around. Preston Mulligan, CBC News, Halifax.
Jay Scotland is in the Weather Centre tonight, and a lot of people are going to be traveling these next few days. Jay, all eyes on the weather forecast.
I know, lots and lots of pressure. You want to balance snow on the ground for the sleigh to land, but also you don't want it on the roads or, more importantly, blowing in front of the windshield, reducing that visibility. And I think that is going to be a problem as we look to Pictou County, Antigonish County, up into Cape Breton as well. Anywhere from 15 in total to 15 to locally over 20 centimeters once we get up into the highlands, possible just due to snow squalls. So that snow squall watch is in effect there. We can see some of those snowfalls just being picked up by the radar imagery. As we look to more western areas, actually even west of the HRM coming in off the bay, you can see some lighter snow squalls. But still, anywhere there is snow on the ground, that wind is also reducing visibility in form of blowing snow for exposed highways, but more so for those more northern and eastern areas. Across the HRM, tonight into tomorrow, chilly temperatures, Tom, but we will see some sunnier conditions moving back in, and that wind also does look to ease through the afternoon and into the evening for your Tuesday night.
All right,
Tom?
Thanks, Jay. We will talk later. After being overseas since July, HMCS St. John's docked on Canadian shores on Saturday. Many families were waiting for their return to Halifax, and the moment they reunited was filled with joy. The CBC's Juliana Grillo has the story.
What do you want to tell Daddy? That you love him?
Yes.
And that you miss him?
Yes.
And that he better not forget your birthday gift.
Frederick Andrews is about to get the best birthday present a 6-year-old can get. His dad coming home. He and many other kids and spouses wait at the jetty, with big signs and even bigger smiles. As the ship inches closer, sailors wave back at them. Luckily for Frederick, the first one down the gangplank is his dad.
The moment that I was able to cross the brow, all the emotions hit. I got all teary inside, trying to hold it in, be strong for the family, but I feel so happy being able to touch them and actually hug them instead of FaceTime and text messages and all the calls. This means the world to us.
After 5 months in foreign waters, 240 Royal Canadian Navy personnel finally came home, just in time for the holidays. They spent 5 months in the North Atlantic Ocean and the Mediterranean Sea as part of Operation Reassurance. Emotions were also high for the commander of the mission. This is a bittersweet moment for him.
This was my 7th deployment. I think it might be my last because I'm turning over command next month of the ship, and I don't know for sure that I'll get another opportunity to deploy. And I could not be more proud of the crew and more thankful to have this ship's company for this deployment.
After families exchanged hugs, kisses, and roses, they got ready to go home, excited to spend the holidays together. Juliana Grillo, CBC News, Halifax.
Northumberland Ferry says its 2025 season was a big improvement over last year. The company reports an increase of nearly 100,000 more passengers taking the ferry between Nova Scotia and PEI compared to last year. That's a 25% increase. It says that makes it the busiest season since 2019. Northumberland Ferries credits the federal fare reduction of 50% for driving more passenger traffic. Looks like Canadian Mail will keep moving. Canada Post has reached a tentative deal with its union. The agreements include higher wages, enhanced benefits, and a weekend parcel delivery model. A ratification vote is set for next year. If passed, the deal would last into 2029. The Crown Corporation has been in financial trouble for years. Its most recent quarterly report included a $500 million before-tax loss, the largest in its history. It was a banner year for the controlled deer hunt in Truro, but data shows the population continues to increase. A record 88 deer were harvested in the 5th iteration of the cull. Over 1/3 of the deer harvested were from a new site. This year, the province granted the town permission to authorize a more urban hunting location.
We believe everything went well, but we still need to do that debrief with the province. Ideally, we'll be able to find some more urban sites that are capable of meeting the setback distances and whatnot. And we'd like to propose that to the province if we can find some new sites that are capable of meeting those.
A population count in the spring showed an increase in deer population compared to when the hunt started in 2021. Research is underway at St. FX University to look at the effects of our warming winters on the province's lady beetle population and what could happen to our local trees, plant life, farms, or gardens if they were to experience a decline. The CBC's Alex Guy has that story.
How will Nova Scotia's ecosystems be changed by warming winters? Master's student Yassine Ganab is examining lady beetles to find out.
Ladybugs in general, if you have them on your crops, they're not there to harm your plants. They're there to get rid of the pests.
Ganab is using two beetles, also known as ladybugs, for his research. One is called Adalia bipunctata, or the two-spot ladybug, and the other, Harmonia axaridis, or the Asian lady beetle. Ganab's supervisor, Jennifer Perry, says this is still a lady beetle, despite what people might say.
Harmonia, or the Asian ladybug, it's a member of the family Coccinellidae, which is the scientific name for the ladybug family. It lives the same kind of life as other ladybugs. It eats aphids and other insects like that. Lives the same kind of life as other ladybugs. Yeah, it's a ladybug just like the other ones.
There are several kinds of lady beetles in Nova Scotia, ranging in color and size. Perry says the Harmonia, or Asian lady beetle, was introduced here to combat aphids, the kind of insects gardeners hate to see.
It also tends to have population outbreaks to an extent that other species don't have. So when there's an aphid population boom, Harmonia seems to really respond to that and get to big numbers. And that means that it quickly runs out of food. And often when that happens, there are a bunch of really hungry ladybugs around. And that's when you get Harmonia starting to bite people. And that also gives it a bad reputation. So if you're bitten by Harmonia, it's because that is a very hungry ladybug that is trying to bite anything in its environment in an effort to get food.
A recent study by U.S.-based climate science organization Climate Central has shown that Nova Scotia has lost about 7 winter days between 2014 and 2023.
Nova Scotia and PEI were tied for first place for losing the most below freezing winter days across all of Canada due to climate change.
And this can throw off the ladybug's timing.
Different insects start to come out at different times in the spring, and then we have this possibility that ladybugs are mismatched with their aphid prey, and they miss that window when there's peak prey abundance, and that will also affect their reproduction.
Ganab set up an experiment with simulated seasons. The beetles have already gone through the fall stage and are into about 4 weeks of winter.
At this stage, they should be at least not active. And I've been measuring their oxygen consumption with this nifty little machine where I insert like this electrode into a very small vial. And I can see that they're using very little oxygen. So then that tells me that their metabolism is pretty low right now. While when I put them in the heat wave treatment, which I've actually been doing in this past week, I see that their oxygen consumption goes much higher, which is expected. That shows that their metabolism increases when temperatures increase, even when they should be in a dormant stage during winter.
So far, the research and observations suggest if lady beetles are impacted negatively, then so too would Nova Scotia's plant ecosystem.
And insects in general are just, they're like a cornerstone for so many ecosystems across the world. So that's why I believe it's really important to look at how they're affected by climate change. So without these aphid predators and predators of other soft-bodied sap-sucking insects, then all these plants would just be decimated by these insects.
Alex Guy, CBC News, Antigonish.
Cole Harbour's own Sidney Crosby has set another NHL record, a franchise one.
Crosby winds and blasts, deflects in front, score! That's it! That's history! The kid is now the king!
That was the record-breaking goal for Sidney Crosby. It shot him past Mario Lemieux's franchise scoring record with the Pittsburgh Penguins. The 38-year-old now has 1,724 points in 21 seasons as a Penguin. Crosby also passes Lemieux's record for the 8th most points in NHL history. Beautiful shot of the public gardens there. Jay Scotland back with your full weather forecast in just a couple of moments.
This weather update is brought to you in part by Atlantic Lottery's iGames. Play hundreds of games on the Atlantic Lottery app or at alc.ca.
Back to Jay Scotland in the Weather Center. Jay, glad to hear you feel no pressure this time of year. So many people watching the forecast, so much travel to be had. No pressure at all, huh?
No, none at all. It's always that balance of naughty list, nice list, and meteorologists are kind of caught in between. And it's tough because we just work in marketing, not production when it comes to the weather, Tom. But let's try and break it down for you. In terms of the worst of the weather today, certainly if you're downwind of, at least you look to parts of the valley, but more so downwind of the Northumberland Straits and into more northern and eastern parts of the province, that's where snow squalls are the real issue tonight. Cape Breton up into the Highlands, 15 total over 20 centimeters possible under those more intense bands of snow squall activity, and that's why we had that advisory, that yellow alert in effect issued earlier today, blowing, drifting snow, even where there's just a little bit of snow on the ground, because cooler temperatures means it's a lighter and fluffier snow, more easily moved around by that wind. Now, that wind will begin to ease into tomorrow, but as we look to those temperatures, you can see even the daytime highs staying for many areas below the freezing mark today and have been dropping off as we move into the evening hours and overnight, becoming quite cold. So that snow becomes a lot more powdery, which means it stacks up higher and it's a lot easier for that wind to move around. So we can see a few bands of sea effect snow or snow squalls coming in off of the bay as well. But as we look to more eastern areas along the shores of the Northumberland Strait and up into Cape Breton as well through the Highlands, this is where the more intense bands of snow are occurring. Those onshore flurries and snow squalls will continue tonight. And for eastern areas, good chunk of, if not through most of your Tuesday, through most of tomorrow. So we are looking at a fairly robust north to northwesterly wind. As we work through the evening hours, does become more northwesterly, and into tomorrow, more of a westerly component to that wind late in the day. As that ridge of high pressure moves in, we can see a bit of a clearing trend for more southern and western areas, although as we get into the afternoon, a few clouds will, as we look towards Backrell Point, Yarmouth, start to fill back in. I do expect it to be mainly sunny, though, for the HRM up to the hub into Truro. But you see, as we look towards New Glasgow, Port Hawkesbury, and up into Cape Breton, this is where you are looking at the clouds, the onshore flurries, and those narrow, intense snow squalls still occurring through your Tuesday, finally dropping off Tuesday night. We do have a powerful storm system as we look into your Wednesday. So for Christmas Eve, that'll bring some snow into more southern areas. This, thankfully, tracks offshore. We'll bring on Christmas Day some snow and some strong winds into parts of Newfoundland, but we're looking to avoid the worst of that. Some snow squalls do set up into Thursday that could lead to some more locally accumulating snow, more blowing and drifting, but I think that'll, well, if you're hoping for a white Christmas, will at least help in that regard. But you'll want to be mindful for some areas as we look to Christmas Day. Not too bad, though, in between. We just have to get through those snow squalls tonight and a good chunk of Tuesday, namely for eastern areas where we are seeing the heaviest of that snow occurring up over the Highlands into Cape Breton, Pictou, Antigonish counties as we look to more eastern Northumberland area, downwind of the waters, where we're seeing those narrow but almost like mini blizzards, intense bands of snow occurring, and even with a little on the ground. We have a lot of blowing and drifting just because those temperatures are indeed so cold that we have that lighter, fluffier snow falling. Into tomorrow, we see a good swath of the province, including the HRM and up into Truro, mainly sunny conditions. By the time you head west of Bridgewater, though, down towards Backrell and into the Yarmouth area, we will start to see some clouds building back in through the afternoon, but still a decent amount of sunshine to get you there. More brisk in terms of those winds. Those onshore flurries, the further east you are, cooler temperatures for northern and eastern areas as well. So for your day planner for the Halifax area, we will see that temperature start out around -10. Now, it's going to feel well into the mid-minus teens in the morning, just as that wind is brisk, not as windy as today. Towards the noon hour, some sunnier conditions, though. Temperature will top out around -7, -6 by early afternoon. It's probably going to feel around -11, -12, although that wind does look to drop off into the late afternoon. So let's take a look at how the next 3 days are shaping up. Of course, we look to Tuesday, which for those who observe, the Newfoundlanders that may be watching, you do have Tibbs Eve on Tuesday. Christmas Eve, we could see some onshore flurries, but not too bad. And some areas could see more intense snow squalls setting up on Thursday. And into that long-range outlook, Boxing Day and into the weekend, those chilly temperatures, Tom, do look to stick around as well.
But all in all, not so bad. Okay, Jay, thanks so much.
Not so bad.
Coming up, a fire marshal gives advice to make sure your holidays don't go up in flames. It's important to make sure you're safely prepared for the season. Deputy Fire Marshal Gary O'Brien invited us into his home to share some tips to make this season safe. Anna Rack reports.
Take it with someone from experience and knowledge of how quickly disaster can happen this time of year. Deputy Fire Marshal Gary O'Brien has some tips to share so that the fire department does not have to get involved during your holiday gatherings. Tip number 1, the Christmas tree.
When you go to pick out your tree, although it's a great thing, you go to the woods, the family gathering, everything's wonderful, but you got to make sure it's not dry coming into the house, because it could be in the house for a couple of weeks, and you're heating your house at this time of year, so it could dry out pretty quickly. So watering is very important. I'd water it each day.
In his house, O'Brien went with an artificial tree. He says it's important to ensure you are using the right type of lighting, even if it's a real or fake tree.
So making sure your lighting on a tree is appropriate, and it's CSA, ULC meets the standard for both, is key to at least knowing that what you're putting on your tree is going to act the way you expect it to.
Many holiday decorations can also pose a fire risk. Take those scented holiday candles. O'Brien recommends using a flameless candle warmer or battery-operated candles.
At home, we have candles that they're kind of fool me. I look at them and I think they're real, and they're not. They're battery operated, they look the same, they flicker just the same, but you don't got to worry about any direct flame contact with anything else.
In the kitchen, O'Brien says the biggest cause of fires is unattended pots or pans on the stove, overcrowded kitchens, and people bumping into pot handles.
No matter what you're cooking, if you're cooking with grease, you're cooking with butter, you're cooking whatever, and you get distracted. You come back, there's a fire on the stove. You have a frying pan, and it doesn't have a cover on it, and you come back and it's on fire. Well, to have that close by is everything you need. If the fire is contained within, just put it on, and the fire goes out. And that's very simple, but people just don't do it. And that's when we respond to these scenes.
When it comes to your outdoor decorations, O'Brien says to ensure your lights are outdoor rated and won't overload your electrical circuit.
For myself, I use three separate outlets that are on different circuits within my house, which allows me to feel safe that that there's no circuit overload within the home.
O'Brien also says that the most important thing to ensure is that smoke alarms are properly installed in your house, on each level of a bedroom. Anna Rack, CBC News, Reserve Mines.
And some great advice there. That is it for us tonight. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.